9 Signs of a Spiritual Awakening. Number 1. Dark Night of the Soul. The dark night of the soul is a period when your vision of how life should be begins to shatter. It might occur after the death of a loved one, a divorce or breakup, or a huge tragedy or trauma that hits you at a deeper, subconscious level. While the term dark night of the soul has its origins in Christianity, it's become widely popular amongst the spiritual community because of the very darkness that everyone experiences, leading up to their awakening. Number 2. Arguments with family and friends. Evolving and changing for the better as a human being can be misunderstood and may be looked down on by your peers or society. That is because subconsciously, they don't really want you to do better than them. That is an overgeneralization, but it is a common symptom. Whenever you start to choose better for yourself because you deserve it, it is often looked down upon by people in your circle. It is threatening to them because that would mean that you can create a better life for yourself consciously, while they do not. Being labeled as crazy can be a very common occurrence. Society tends to feel threatened by people living differently, and ridiculing people because of that is a knee-jerk reaction. Whenever you evolve, you question which relationships are actually serving you. Do you feel like you have to live up to somebody's expectations all the time? Are you getting negative feedback because you are yourself? Are people abusive to you in any way? By evolving, you may question people that are in your life. Do not be afraid to cut people out of your life if they really aren't serving you. You deserve good friends who have your best interests at heart. Have the courage to design your life the best you can. Number 3. Anger with the world and frustration with your life. You start to feel angry at the injustices of our world. You wish things were different and you long to live in a more peaceful and loving society. This is followed by questioning aspects of our world. For example, why is it normal to work at a job you may even dislike for the best part of your life? You start to see how bizarre things we take for normal are. You also begin to feel frustrated with your life. You desire change, but you are not sure when or how this change will come about. These are usually the first triggers of a spiritual awakening. These small signs signal to your soul that you are ready for something much bigger. You are starting to see through the illusion of the matrix, which then invites people and experiences into your life that start the awakening process. The feeling of discomfort in your current life is a sign that your soul is ready for more. More knowledge, a higher purpose, and different experiences. Number 4. Researching unusual topics and a sudden feeling of realization. This feeling of frustration and anger with the world has you searching for answers. Your curiosity is piqued. You don't understand why the world is the way it is, so you begin to research topics such as the nature of the universe, esotericism, secret societies, and higher spiritual concepts. You might even research topics that might seem crazy to most people. You jump right into the rabbit hole, falling fast and hoping that at some point soon you might reach the bottom. Whilst consuming all this information, a mixture of emotions wash over you, which could range anywhere from feeling grief and sadness to sublime spiritual ecstasy. These newfound truths have disrupted your worldview, but you remain thankful for them. A feeling of truth and understanding starts to emerge, followed by a big feeling of realization. You begin to realize that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and that there is more to life than what we can perceive with our 5 senses. This is when the awakening process gets really interesting and your life starts to change in a big way. Number 5. You want to wake up others and you no longer want to live by the rules. After having this type of information download and experiencing realizations as big as this, it is quite common to suddenly feel like you want to turn your back on normal society. From all that you have recently learned, you feel as if everything that the world has taught you is not true. You might even feel betrayed or distrustful of the news, politicians, and other authoritative figures. This is completely normal and just part of the process of adjustment to your new spiritual perspective. However, it is possible after this experience of awakening that you do entirely avoid what I guess you could call, for a lack of a better term, normality. To you, everything about traditional society represents an unconscious way of living and the way that you used to live your life. You feel that you have come out of the darkness and have no desire to return to it. The only problem is that you see so many people still living in that very darkness that you recently liberated yourself from. You start to try to wake up other people. You see the light as clear as day, and you want others to see the amazing spiritual reality that you see. Unfortunately, not everyone is ready to awaken, and many of the people you try to wake up don't understand what the heck you are on about. This is okay, and it is important to remember that everyone awakens at the right time and when they are truly ready to. Number 6, you feel a split between your new life and old life and seek connections with like-minded people. A spiritual awakening can be an incredibly lonely process. Most often than not, many of the people around you will not understand what is happening to you or what you are going through. How could they? It's like seeing life through two different shades of glasses. This is probably one of the hardest parts of the awakening process. No one understands you, and you find yourself unable to speak about all the incredible things you are experiencing and learning. At this point, the separation between your old life and new life never seemed so clear. You suddenly find yourself with a life that you have completely outgrown in terms of friends, connections, your job, and maybe even where you live. However, this can also be a wonderful opportunity to start afresh and to invite new people into your life, people who are walking the same path of spiritual growth and embodying their own divinity. Number 7, experiencing synchronicities and unusual spiritual experiences. Another major symptom and sign of a spiritual awakening are experiencing synchronicities and unusual spiritual experiences. These experiences could be anything and are completely personal to you. At times you may doubt these unusual events, but ultimately if you listen to your intuition, you will discover the true meaning of them. Essentially, these events are a clear sign that the divine is opening you up to the bigger reality of the universe. Synchronicities, in particular, are a way of the divine communicating with us. They usher us into a direction that is more in alignment with our soul path. I like to think of them as a little nod from the universe that I am on the right path. The beautiful part of a spiritual awakening is that it doesn't happen by accident, nor does anything really in the universe. An agreement takes place between your higher self and the divine to orchestrate the catalysts that trigger the awakening process. Number 8, feeling the need for change and a desire to learn new skills or create new habits. With the feeling that your life has been renewed, comes the desire for a big life change. This could be anything from a change of job, partner, or location to even smaller changes such as eating habits, fitness goals, or organizational routines. You want your life to reflect your new spiritual path and the growth that you wish to attain. A new world has been opened up to you, along with a whole list of new interests. You feel now is the right time to start learning new skills that will accelerate your growth and bring new experiences into your life. This could be learning how to do healing, learning about nutrition or holistic therapies, or even holding ceremonies and healing circles. Whatever it is, follow that interest or skill as it will take you where you need to be and could even lead you to your sacred mission, the very calling that you agreed fulfill before being born here. Number 9, a strong feeling of needing to change the world. You begin to feel the call of your sacred mission. The last stage of awakening, but by no means the least, is the desire to change the world for the better. You begin to realize that you too have a part to play in this transition we are experiencing, and you wish to help in some way to bring the planet out of its dark night of the soul period. The call of a sacred mission starts to arise within you, and the universe duly responds. It may be years, or could be relatively soon after awakening, that you feel you are on your true soul path. Regardless of how soon it is, the important thing is that you will find your path. It is predestined and a part of your soul contract in becoming what I like to call a light worker, a soul who is dedicated to spreading light and helping bring the planet to a new level of consciousness. With finding the call of your sacred mission, you begin to learn how to embody your divinity and how to channel your true soul essence into this physical world. This is a part of every soul's mission on this planet and part of our collective purpose in bridging the gap between the divine and our planet so that we may anchor this energy in the here and now.